Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back for another DevPro Duel video. Majespecters, it has finally happened. They are getting a Trap Searcher, so it was pretty much the only monster that we or at least, yeah, that the archetype needed, since they already had Crow, which searches out their spells, Raccoon is their Stratos, Unicorn is their Pleiades that can bounce monsters, we have from both sides of the field, and then we have Majespecter Cat, which can search pretty much every Majespecter card from your deck, although the big downside is that it only gets its search effect in the end phase. And now we have Majespecter Fox, which is the strongest normal summonable, yeah, the only monster that can be normal summoned, or yeah, at least with the highest attack, with 1500 attack, and with the field spell. The field spell gives all Majespecter monsters a boost of 300 attack. So it's a solid 1800 beat stick. It's level 4 with a scale of 2, so another level 4 next to Crow. But again, it's definitely the stronger one next to Raccoon, since yeah, both Traps, Tornado, and Tempest are very, very good against a lot of tier 1, or at least yeah, top tier decks. I'm still running both Magicians as some Pendulum addition to the deck, since, you know, if you play Majespecters, you really don't want to put your Majespecters in the scales. It's kind of a waste, and backed up with Pendulum Call, which makes your Magicians indestructible for 1 or 2 turns, during your own turn, during your opponent's turn until his end phase. It's very solid, especially against cards like Fairy Wind and Wavering Eyes. So it's still very cool, since they also cover a wide range of scales, both 2 and 8. Only running one Eccentric Archfiend in the main deck, I think that's enough. Eccentric Archfiend is also very good against a lot of Floodgates, since Eccentric Archfiend hits both sides. It hits the back row and it hits the monsters, so a very good card, but I'm currently running at 1. I tried running 2 or 3, but for me that didn't work out that well. The field spell is an instant 3-off, very good in the deck. The one terraforming them both Cyclone and Storm. Storm at 1 is enough. Cyclone at 3, Double Typhoon, I don't want to lose against Floodgates, and yeah, closing the back row with Double Fiend Chain and Solemn Warning. I still have a lot of cards that I want to test out. Yeah, all of the Magicians. The ratios might be kind of unorthodox, since 3 Dragon Pit might be overkill, but again, it's just, yeah, the deck needs extra Pendulum monsters to set up the Pendulum skill. I'm not really liking Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon, since again, it's a bit too slow in the deck, but it's definitely an addition because of Odd Eyes Fusion in the main deck. Also very, very good to special summon Odd Eyes Vortex Dragon, which acts like an Infinity, Cyber Dragon Infinity, and you can basically summon it for free with Odd Eyes Fusion if your opponent has 2 or more monsters on his side of the field, by just sending Rebellion Dragon or Absolute Dragon from your extra deck to the grave. So again, free Odd Eyes Vortex Dragon on your side of the field. Yeah, more card choices will be discussed after the duels. So let's hop into the first game. Alright, so the first duel. I think I get to start against Burning Abyss. Immediately normal summon Raccoon. As you know, Raccoon is a searcher, is a Stratos, so immediately search out one of my Majespecter monsters. The field spell is an excellent tutor for the deck, tributing one of your Majespecters, and special summon one of your Majespecters from your deck. Thanks to my Pendulum Call, I would search out both Magicians, immediately set up the Pendulum Summon, and of course have 3 valid targets for my Majespecter spells and traps, basically interrupting every of my opponent's plays. Very good, definitely one of the biggest advantages of this deck. Again, my turn, special summon a cat, which is going to trigger in the end phase. I'm only running 1 cat in the main deck, because again, it's too slow, and yeah, I'm probably most of the time you'll be special summoning Crow or Raccoon or Fox instead of a cat, because again, you'll get the search effect in the end phase. He discarded my Unicorn during my turn with, I think, the Mind Crush, again, giving him a target to activate, what's it called, the Fiend Griffin. But again, I don't want to let him play Yu-Gi-Oh! Interrupt his plays with both, yeah, I think it's Tornado, that the card that banishes one of my opponent's monsters. Very, very good, obviously, not triggering the Burning Abyss monsters, and again get some nice pluses with the Pendulum Summon, with Fox, with Crow, and again just to seal the deal, get my Unicorn on board again, basically interrupting any of my opponent plays This is definitely why the deck has so much potential if we get it here in the TCG, since it's so good, especially with that built-in protection effect. They're pretty much indestructible except by battle. Next match, my opponent is playing my Greydol deck. They get some new support, all of those Snatch Steal monsters, but basically again, Majespecters are unaffected by my opponent's card effect, so nope, my opponent cannot Snatch Steal my cards. So yeah, for now, with the current support released, Greydols are pretty much an instant win, since again they cannot Snatch Steal the Majespecters. And me having the Pendulum skill set up, I can just thin my deck, get some more pluses, special summon all the Majespecter monsters, since again, yeah, the biggest weakness of Majespecters is definitely that you need to have your monsters on board in order to tribute them for their spells and traps, since yeah, you can just put your helmet on, but if you don't have monsters, Majespecter monsters to tribute for Tempest, or yeah, for your spells or traps, Majespecter spells or traps, you're going to lose. Next to Light Sworns with Minerva, the new YCS prize card. Konami kicked the Light Sworn players squaw in the nuts by releasing it as a YCS prize card. It's definitely going to be an expensive card. He gets to start, establishes a nice field, and it's not looking that great for me. I'm able to set up the Pendulum scales again thanks to Pendulum Call, discarding the useless Typhoon, but you already established a very nice field. Thanks to Storm, I can send back his Minerva to the extra deck without triggering it. Taken to the Honest, and yeah, that leaves me with only one monster, and again, I can only activate one of my Majespecter's spells and traps. I think I activate Tempest to negate the summon of, was it Black Rose? Not really sure here. No, it was Lumina, I think, but he knows that I, yeah, without adding Majespecter monsters on the field, yeah, the deck cannot activate any of its back rows. Yeah, bar of course, Warning and Fiendish Chain. I get to start another match, another duel against Light Sworns again. Have a nice start thanks to Fox that was able to search out one of my traps. Again, searching out, I think it was a Tornado, yeah, by banishing one of my opponent's monsters. Let him go for Black Rose. Yeah, this was a Black Rose play. Immediately activate Tempest, which acts like a Solemn Warning. Yes, very similar. And yeah, now again have that Pendulum scale set up thanks to Crow and Unicorn. Very cool here. All those pluses. Casual trigger in the end phase, searching out any Majespecter card and add it to my hand. But yeah, I rarely exceed in the deck. There is like that Totem Bird, the rank 3 exceed by detaching 2. You can, I think, negate a spell card from your opponent. I rarely exceed in the deck. I rarely use the extra deck, but I'm not really a huge fan of Totem Bird. Anyway, the last tool, my opponent playing Shadows, normal summon the Crow, search out one of my Majespecter spells, indeed, set up the Pendulum scale, and get Fox on board. So 2 monsters, 2 valid targets to tribute for my Majespecter spells and traps. I negated the search, the activation of Scepter with Tempest, I believe, yeah, the trap card, which negates the effect and destroys the card. Very good, obviously. There is a El Shadow fusion for Winda. Yeah, all fine, since I can just banish it with Tornado, banish the Winda here. Again, tribute my Fox. Very unfortunate for him, he did destroy one of my Magicians with Dragon, but very unfortunate. I drew into my Raccoon, search the Crow, which has a scale of 5, so I can again set up the Pendulum Summon, and then yeah, get some nice searches with Crow, I believe. Have 2 Tornado sets, and yeah, we know he has a Crow, which I try to send back to the deck thanks to Storm. Rip the Field spell, which is yeah, essentially it's more bad news for the opponent again. The Field spell sets up more monsters in the extra deck for a huge Pendulum Summon. At the same time, you can just tutor any Majespecter monster from your deck. I mean, look at this, all of those pluses. The deck is just crazy. And again, yeah, this is... the reason we have all of those searches and the fact that all the Majespecter monsters have that built-in protection effect against the opponent's spells, traps, and I also believe monster effects, that's definitely the reason why Majespecters might become tier 1. They're definitely top tier material if we are getting them. So in the side deck, yeah, it's not really a side deck, but more options that I want to fit or try out in the main deck. The Luster, yeah, the Drago Slayer, the level 4. It was testing a bit underwhelming by it. Yeah, because of that built-in destruction effect, yeah, built-in protection effect that the Majespecters have, it seemed that the trap cards, pretty much, yeah, my Drago Slayer monsters, pretty much lured all the back row to them, since, yeah, obviously my opponent is not able to activate Breakthrough Skill, Finish, Mirror Force, and so on against the Majespecters. But recently, I think it was a few days ago, Konami announced a new Drago Slayer Exceed, rank 4 Exceed, that needs 2 level 4 pendulum monsters, and that card is very good, especially with the level 8 synchro, also the Drago Knight level 8 synchro, and the level 4. It's just very good. Some nice shenanigans going between these 3 cards. So but yeah, the monster, the rank 4 Exceed, is still somewhat glitched on the update by Yu-Gi-Oh! Hack. Feel free to check out the link in the video description. So I'm just waiting on the effect to be fixed, and I'm definitely going to try out the Luster Pendulum monsters, Drago Knights, and so on. Inside Magician is also an option together with Peasant and yeah, the Dragon Pit Magician in the main deck to tutor your searches, set up the Pendulum Scale, set up the Pendulum Summon at the same time. I'm not liking Dragodius in the main deck, it's not really that good, I think. Yeah, All Dice, the All Dice Fusion, as said in the beginning of the video, Vortex Dragon is superior. It's kinda a smaller Cyber Dragon Infinity, and you can basically summon it for free with All Dice Fusion, so definitely a big threat that I want to test out. Wavering Eyes might also become a main deck staple, but again, it's dependent on the opponent's deck, and the metagame, of course, it's of course much better if your opponent's also playing a pendulum based deck. Moon Mirror Shield is of course very good. I think it's an out to yeah, Cliveford Towers to killer, if I'm not mistaken. Of course, feel free to correct me down below, but it's a card that it's maybe a one-off in the main deck, but again, it's depending on the format, and I think that's pretty much it. So guys, if you have any opinions about the deck, if you have any opinions about the card, feedback about the deck list, card choices, you can always leave that down below. Thanks for watching, and feel free to leave a comment or a like if you enjoyed the video. Lithium signing out. Peace.